Hardforking presents Play to Earn Community.
Join the Discord to learn more.
Welcome to the Hardforking channel, the home of crypto culture since 2017. This is our weekly Play to Earn show with my host, Mathematics, and Johnny Gonzo. Welcome along, guys.
Yo.
What up, what up?
Never a dull moment. We're going to be telling you all what we are up to in the Play to Earn space, the latest news and reviews. First, over to you, Mathematics. What have you been up to?
Well. A friend of mine, who we can just say he goes by Bitcoin Player on Twitter, he put me on to something. It's a pretty interesting game called Defi Kingdoms. It's a bunch of things. It's a DEX. It's a liquidity pool opportunity. There's a bunch of rare NFTs that come through the game in the form of heroes and items. In that sense, it's a bit like Nine Chronicles. But basically, the way the game looks, it's a bit like Zelda, like from the original Zelda from Nintendo Entertainment System. Really kind of cool retro graphics, but with the music and the visuals and the moving clouds and everything, it actually looks kind of cool. It's like a Super Nintendo game or something. But my buddy, the Bitcoin Player, was like, "Dude, you have to check this out. It's gonna be as big as Axie." And I was like, all right, buddy. I was like, hold your horses. That's a big claim. So I thought, okay, great. So let me check out DeFi Kingdoms. So I jumped into it, and I can actually throw it on for you guys. So here we are looking at the map now. This is after you enter the game. You got to have your MetaMask set up according to the Harmony 1 blockchain. That's what this game runs on. This runs very quickly, and in the marketplace, where you usually start off, you go to the trader or the druid, and I think with the trader first, you can easily trade the one that you picked up on whatever exchange you picked it up from, and you pick up a bunch of jewel. That's kind of the currency here, as you can see, that's going to be used throughout the game. And then with the druid, you can create pools. I got some liquidity with the jewel to one pair, and I got me some LP tokens, which then I swooped over to the gardens, and the gardens here is where you can see the liquidity choices you get. There's jewel and a whole bunch of things. I popped in with a jewel and one because I got equal amounts of jewel and one. I've only been trying this game out for a couple days now, and the returns that I'm getting on the pair here is pretty amazing. I got $27 unlocked and $110 locked. That's in just I think 2 days of letting this go. And you can claim your rewards here at any time. The fees on this network are really low, so playing on the Harmony blockchain is cool. What I also did is I went down to the bank and I spoke to the teller, and I took my remaining jewel balance and I deposited them in this bank. And basically it's set up similarly to the Sushi to Sushi X transfer, whatever you want to call it, if you use SushiSwap. It's kind of another form of staking. It's another form of getting money from money. It's pretty awesome. I'm in there buying jewel, setting up liquidity pools. I'm actually about to set up a second liquidity pool with USDC, which has an APR of like 2,400 at the moment. And I've got friends in it. I've read the white paper. I've listened to videos. The community on Discord is pretty strong. So, of course, this is not financial advice. It's just an idea that I had that I'm playing around with, and there's risk in everything. But so far, it looks quite promising.
My friend actually showed me this game last week. Seb, shout out if you're watching, because I'm supposed to meet him for lunch after this. But he showed me this game. He said, like, "Oh, check this out," and I was like, "Oh yeah, it looks pretty nice." To me, it just shows the extension of where everything is going. It's like, go to the bank, make a deposit, blah, or you can play a stupid little game and make lots of money. Like, it's all games. Like, trading is a game, right? Investing is a game. Everything about making money is a game. It's like, can you pull it out before someone else does? Can you buy the bottom? Can you sell the top? It's totally, everything is, making money is just going to be totally gamified to like, not even like semi-veiled, Like before it was kind of like, if you play the market right now, it's just like full on, it's a game.
Straight up, it's a game. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine if someone played like Accountant Simulator?
Yeah. Cool. I mean, look at these BTC whales, man. Those guys are playing the biggest stakes games ever.
The space is just growing rapidly. We've had Animoca Brands, a company that we cover regularly. They're involved in pretty much everything in this space. They've just done a deal with Ubisoft to the tune of
$65 million.
which would give Animoca Brands a valuation of $2.2 billion now. So fingers and lots of pies, but Ubisoft are obviously a traditional gaming company. They run a entrepreneurs lab. They've had companies like Axie, Splinterlands, football game Sorare is also in there. Sorare, by the way, have just signed a deal with the German Bundesliga. So if you're a football fan, get over and check that out. Ubisoft also supports the Ultra platform, which is a game distribution platform. One of the tokens I do hold, the UOS token, might be worth having a look at because everything's popping off at the moment and the UOS token hasn't bloody moved.
Did you say EOS?
UOS. UOS, the token from the Ultra platform. But interestingly, Nine Chronicles, the game that we talk about all the time, they're also involved in that Ubisoft entrepreneur group. So obviously, guys, Nine Chronicles Season 0, which is very much a bit of a trial while they're figuring things out, bugs, etc., has just finished. It consumed me for nearly 6 weeks. I managed to rank in the top 100, so hopefully we've got a nice NFT coming to the Hardforking crew for that. Look, guys, we all know there are some bugs there. We've got to stress that where Nine Chronicles is different, people, everything in this game is on the blockchain. So it's not going to be anywhere near as fast as some of the other games we're playing. It is very, very early days. Token prices back at $1 at the moment, considering getting some more, to be honest. Do you see a big future for this, guys? What do you think of the gameplay?
I understand that it's early days. What advancements can the team, the developers make to indeed speed up or at least make all these transactions and transitions from one scene to the next and everything a bit faster and smoother? Is there any way?
Yes, there is. They're obviously looking at moving from the current proof of work mining, which supports the blockchain, to a completely different system. I can't comment too much on exactly what that is. I have reached out to the developers. We'll hopefully have them back on in the next week or two. For me, what I like about it is a game that I got quite addicted to. I'm looking forward to the next season. Obviously, the network got overloaded. There were all sorts of issues with lag time. I think Jordan had all sorts of problems logging in. It sort of took me a while to figure out the best way to sort of reboot it and get it going, so I didn't have as many teething problems. But the big difference for me is there is an actual game. There is an economy. The tokenomics look pretty good to me. Interestingly, Nine Chronicles last week had the 5th highest daily turnover on one of the days last week of any blockchain game, and it has been in the top 10 as far as turnover on a weekly and monthly basis. So from an investment point of view, not financial advice, but looking at those sort of metrics, there isn't a hell of a lot of marketing going on for this. It hasn't really been on any of the big channels. So look, I think the future's bright for this project. I am a fan.
For me, with Nine Chronicles, I think it's going to be similar to something like CryptoPunks or CyberKong or Moonkitties, because it's the first, right? First fully decentralized game on the blockchain, immutable, right? It's even a step further, than some of the NFTs. So I think these characters, like these OG Genesis characters, right? They're going to be very similar to the price increases that you see with Mystic Axes or, any original Genesis plot land or anything like that, because it's so early. It's the whole idea of the blockchain is like time, right? So the earlier you are, the more status you have, that status will build, NFTs will grow, the game grows, more users, you hit a million users and it's like, oh yeah, I was user 56, like, so right now, obviously, yeah, it's growing pains, teething, right? Like I haven't been able to get it to start since the season ended. So there's like, every time it's a technical workaround, but that's fine, and it's like every play to earn game that we're involved with is experiencing this. This is not abnormal. This is totally normal. Like Axie, right? They got to a certain size and then the network just crapped out. We're seeing similar things happen with Gala, right? Like Gala is built to scale, but they haven't quite got there yet. They're waiting for their new network. When that comes out, that will help them scale immensely. And I think we're going to, I want to mention this again. Thing that happened with Axie on Ronin, when Ronin came out, this massive exponential growth was due to the people being able to do what they want to without having to worry about paying $45, $50 to send an Axie to someone or to breed when the gas cost is more than the breeding, right? Similar things are going to happen with Townstar. Townstar is going to experience like a massive, massive growth wave because you're going to be able to see people being able to use their town coin, right? Like now you can 400 town coin to buy like an NFT that's super helpful in the game, but to transfer from your Gala side, you're going to have to pay $25-$30 to the east side, pay with the town coin, 400 town coin, which is like, what, they're 15 cents each or something like that. So, a tiny cost. And then you're going to have to pay another $25-$30 ETH transaction fee. So you're going to pay $60 for like a $40 NFT, and it's like, it's cool that you guys, you can buy with town coin, but actually it's not even feasible. And other Gala news, which is crazy to me, like they have their big games that everybody's talking about, Miranda's Townstar, Spider Tanks, they're dropping alphas and betas. They just came out with a new Halloween event for the whole network, which is cool. So they got a Halloween NFT for Townstar. They're crazy expensive and super rare, but they create all these extra benefits in the meta. And then they have Spider Tanks. They have a Jack-o'-lantern themed tank that they're dropping to node owners. So hopefully we get a couple of those. Jesse, that'd be nice. Hey, they also dropped another game that there was no mention of, that nobody's even talked about. It's called Fastr, Fastr, and they dropped a pre-alpha, fully functional first-person shooter game. You run around, you shoot everybody, and nobody even knew this was coming. They just said, oh yeah, hey, look, here's another game, guys. The only thing, the graphics aren't quite finished and the play to earn isn't turned on. And it's like, holy, they've got so much stuff up their sleeve that they're not telling anybody. I totally love the way Gala is doing it because they're just like under promise, over deliver, and every step of the way they've done that. So it's really interesting to see how it's developed. There was a small leak that we're seeing in the evolution in the play to earn mechanics, right? So with Axie, right, the play to earn was developed on the outside afterwards by community members, right? Figuring out a way to come up with these scholarships, right? And there's a collaboration between the team. So Townstar has taken that to the next level. I guess this is Gala, it'll probably Gala wide. But now they have, you can lease or rent your NFT, right? So you have your NFT, it's got its certain things that it does in the game, right? So you can say, okay, I'm gonna lease it for 2 weeks to this player, right? And then it's all built in to the system that the player will get 79%, Gala takes 1%, and then the owner gets 19%. So you've got your scholarship structure already laid out, and Gala's taking a cut. So interesting developments, seeing play to earn running forward so fast and so many new things happening. It's so hard to keep up. So interesting days.
True. Speaking of things happening, Aaavegotchi. I've been in there opening portals, getting new Aaavegotchis today. But what I'm most excited about is to pick up some land. This is the first time that's going to be a possibility. That is kicking off tomorrow, people, and I believe runs for 4 days. But yeah, I'll put the link below and details to that. If you're not familiar with Aaavegotchi, can be a little bit complex for people that are new, but there's a multitude of ways to generate revenue from this, liquidity pools, staking, so on and so on. So if you haven't checked this out, go have a look. Land sale happening tomorrow, Aaavegotchi.
Well, about Aaavegotchi, you know what I want to see from them in the roadmap? Like a throwback piece of hardware. It's like a little egg on a keychain, and you can store your NFT on it, and you can feed it. So it's like the actual Tamagotchis. You remember those? So they should do some kind of like a retro thing, like keep your NFT secure on a thumb drive, but it's actually like the Tamagotchi.
Yep, and other play-to-earn initiatives that Hardforking has. Blockchain Cuties. We've been looking at this one for a number of months now, and we are running a competition. Tell us about that, Mr. Gonzo.
Little bcug in the house. You know, me and Jesse, and there's I think 5 or 6 scholars that have all been playing, building up their cuties, leveling up, learning about that game. The blockchain cutie people, they've been nice enough to give us some nice promotional NFTs. We've got dogs and cats and lizards. And so what we've done is, as prizes for the people that have been active in the community already and actually playing the game, we've sent them some of these free NFTs. But it's going to be a 2-part contest. So anybody that gets the new ones, the free ones, they're going to compete against each other to win another one. So we've got 50 total of these NFTs to give away over the next month. So we're going to be running different promotionals and different events to try and get everybody participating and playing Blockchain Cuties. So if you're interested in getting a free NFT for Blockchain Cuties, get in the Discord in the Blockchain Cuties channel and post some of your results, how you've done with your free cutie, or if you've happened to get any other NFTs. We can talk to some of the community leads. We've got some other cuties we can send around if you're interested in playing and being involved. So yeah, that's the progress of Blockchain Cuties.
An interesting one, which isn't actually a game yet, and we're still doing a bit of due diligence on this one, to be honest. As a rule, we don't typically talk about projects, especially if we're giving something away, without having speaking to some of the founders. But yeah, we were approached by an NFT outfit called Somethings Fishy. We have some NFTs to give away, which we'll be doing over the coming weeks. These guys' pre-sale begins on the 1st of November. The price is 1.5 Sol. They've been listed on Digital Eyes and Magic Eden, which I believe are Solana NFT marketplaces. Now, I did ask these guys to come on and have a chat with us. They didn't want to. I did find a founder interview though, so let's have a quick look at that.
So Tony, I read in your roadmap that you've got a game. Can you give us a little bit of insight about what it's going to be and how it might work?
For sure. So we have like all of the NFT characters we have is going to be the bosses, you know, but it differs. Like some boss is very important, some boss is not so important. Depends on the rarity, you know. When you have one of the bigger bosses, they will have more influence in the game. They will have more power. They will earn more, you know, like in the real life.
So I've been having a bit of a dig around. Obviously, being a crypto culture brand, we're looking to cover what is happening in the NFT space. We've actually got quite a number of NFT giveaways in the coming weeks. As I say, we've got a couple of the Somethings Fishy NFTs, so details below if you would like to enter that. Here is a look at their website. As I say, the pre-sale begins November 1st. And look, you know, obviously these guys have approached us. We've been swapping numerous emails with them. We've had a look at their Twitter following. I think there's about 2,500 people following them on Twitter. Similar amount in their Discord as well. But yeah, go check it out if it's of interest, people. I'll have a more of a chat on this particular project on our show on Friday, which is a bit more focused. But the reason I'm bringing it up on a Play to Earn show is the roadmap for these guys is to actually launch a game.
Standard PFP project, hype and promises. I'm more of a like show me state right now. I don't need to gamble on hype and promises. I would prefer to see a game first.
Look, as I say, you know, I was unable to sort of talk directly with the founders. We typically like to have people on for those interviews. Let's see if we can get these guys on in the coming weeks. So yeah, not financial advice, only risk money you're willing to lose. So if you want to be in the draw for the Somethings Fishy NFTs, there are the details below this video of how to enter. Go check it out. So the other thing that I've been doing today, people, I bought about 10 domain names, all gaming related. We're launching a new website, so there'll be lots of different URLs pointing to the hardforking.com website, which will be up next week. It's looking good, so make sure you check that out. But the reason I'm bringing that up is I did want to explain, I'm still getting asked by a lot of people what the hell an NFT is. So once again, if you look at what I've done today, I've bought 10 different domain names. That is an NFT. It's digital ownership. So at its most basic level, I hope that could sort of clear it up for you. But effectively what we're seeing here are digital property rights in what's called the metaverse. There's a land grab going on. So I strongly encourage you to go check it out. This is the future, people.
We still are looking for streamer or streamers to basically be kind of full-time streaming for the Hardforking Twitch. We have spots for people to be playing Axie and contributing to the stuff like Nine Chronicles, Rev. I mean, we need gamer streamers who can chat it up with the community, who can entertain, and who can help kind of teach along the way. You don't have to be super professional, but just contact us on Discord, send me a message, send any of us a message. The requirement will be a short little test video, just some sort of proof that you know how to press record and speak to the camera. So, but yeah, if you can stream, hit us up.
Now, it's paid. It's a paid role with Hardforking. Come and join the best crypto culture community there is. Get in touch.
I'm going to plug my scholars. Kenneth G, he's doing great. And then Raman, he's also streaming. Pusa's streaming. So we got a lot of in-house options here as well. So let's see some initiative here, guys. Who wants to pick up the torch and run with it? Official Hardforking streamer.
Yeah.
Paid job.
Exactly. As I say, I want to reiterate, it's paid role with a contract, possibly some equity involved in Hardforking as well for the right person. So get in touch. Excellent. All right. Well, thanks very much for your time today, guys. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do so. Hit that little bell notification as well. Let you know when we're here next, which is tomorrow. And join the Discord as well. If you're looking for scholarships, you want to learn more about the play to earn space, come join us. Thank you for watching today, people. See you all next time.